So hello and welcome back yet again to another Dragonrider Legacy Generation 3 with Valerian, who is working on all of his skills, and we're going to work on the other kids' skills too and see if we can age them up into successful young people. So yeah, that's about it. Let's jump back in. I think we left off last week with everybody working on their new skills for New Skill Day. I was just looking through them really quick, and it looks like everybody is about ready for bed, so we're going to let them finish off their stuff and probably head to bed. So Valerian is practicing his storytelling, but I think there is school tomorrow, so you can go to sleep, my dear. Allesan is writing jokes and chatting with his dad, but you know what? I think he should also go to sleep, and it looked like Nerilka is practicing her meditating, finding her inner peace, and I think she should also probably go to sleep. We will let everybody head to bed and see them in the morning. Alright, it is bright and early the next morning. It looks like Allesan is the first one up. It is 3:30 in the morning, which is just the weirdest time. Jemmy is also awake, but let's make sure that our homework is done for today. Yes, it is. That is good. Let's see what else he needs. He should probably get himself something to eat, and maybe even take a bath before school. Valerian, how are you looking? You are actually looking pretty good. Why don't you take a bath before school? Brent's spirit is fading away. That is always a terrible thing to hear about, but so goes life, I guess. And it looks like Bethany is going inside to have a chat with her beloved husband. So that's looking pretty good. And Nerilka should be getting up any time now. Hopefully she can have herself a nice little bath before school. I probably should have had them bathe last night, but you know, oh well. So goes life. We'll speed this up a little bit. I don't think Nerilka's going to actually be able to get a bath before school. Alright, Jemmy, why don't you go ahead and get some leftovers? And I will just let everybody take care of themselves until it is time to be off to school. Now, Bethany, I know it's raining, but I also think you should probably... Why can she not pull these weeds? Yeah, why don't you go ahead and weed? And once 6 o'clock rolls around, Allesan needs to take care of his chickens. Valerian is doing fairly good, just having a little conversation with his sister. I think our kids are doing good. Oh, and the chickens are awake. I repeat, the chickens are awake. So, oh, my face is a mess. I can't go anywhere looking like this, says Allesan. You know, you're fine. Don't overreact. But what you do need to do is, I do believe we need to clean this chicken coop and collect the eggs before school, and maybe even give a little cuddle to the brown hen. Do a little bit of playing with the brown hen. Valerian, how are you doing on your friend of the world? You need to find some more friends. So hopefully, I think we're going to tell him to, instead of study hard, I think it's going to be make some friends. I think Valerian is not as academically into it as everybody else, and that is just fine. Everybody is allowed to be a little bit different. Oh, Allesan, before you are done, you know what you need to do? You need to scatter some feed to make sure that all of your happy hens are happy. I think they're all looking pretty good. We've got school any second now. When Nerilka gets home from school, she can work on weeding, and hopefully Valerian will make some friends while he's at school today. All right, well, the kids are home on this rainy day. Let's see what we need to do. Nerilka, I think you need to come harvest all of these crops. And then I want you to sell all of those. And do all that. Oh, and Valerian and Allesan are doing a little bit of bro handshakes here. You know what? They seem to actually be doing pretty good. But Valerian, I think you need to start a club to get some more friends. And since that is one of the packs I actually have, we are going to create our own club. It is going to be Homework Buddies. And we are going to have open invitation. Requirements are going to be, you know, I think we're going to go with age. It's going to be teens and young adults only. And activities are going to be, I think kids' activities would be homework. Yes, do homework. That's a great activity. And things that are not allowed are going to be, let's see, nobody is allowed to be mean. Yep, that is totally it. No one is allowed to be mean. Everyone has to do homework. And let's see who we're going to have in our club, because Valerian needs as many friends as he can get. So we are going to invite Brittany, who he made friends with today, who I think is a teenager, and Jordan from school, who's also a teenager, and Yolanda, who I definitely know is a teenager. And she kind of looks like a teenager, and I think Omar is a teenager, even though he's got a lot of gray in his hair. Can we get anybody else? That is about it. That sounds awesome. Oh, I need to choose an icon. Well, obviously the genius icon is what we do. So that will work there. Allesan, you do not look like you are having fun. Why don't you play with this rooster who is in the house for some strange reason? Why don't you show that rooster your dance moves? And Valerian, who is over here dancing anyway, is going to start a club gathering of the Homework Buddies Club. And everybody can show up. He can make friends. It will be fantastic. I think we are all going to, well, first he's going to eat, without a doubt, after he is done with his sweet, sweet dance moves here. All right. We've got everybody in the homework club coming over to do their homework. And you know what, Allesan? Looks like you had a lot of fun with that chicken. I'm not sure that reading is really fun for you. Why don't you do a nice friendly introduction to Omar? Just leave that book on the floor there. That is fine. All right, we've got the whole homework club here. Looks like Valerian is already having fun. So, you know what we're going to do, Valerian? As soon as you are done eating, we are going to do homework together with your club. That will be fantastic. Allesan is feeling confident, and he should also do his homework and put these eggs in the refrigerator. And Nerilka, who has all sorts of things in her thing, should also do homework. Everybody do homework. I don't know who Johnny is, but his spirit is fading away. And we're going to put this produce that she picked into the refrigerator. We have all sorts of wonderful things to eat. Looks like everybody is doing good on the homework. I think this was a fantastic idea. Not sure why Allesan is gloomily doing his homework outside, but you know what? We will allow it. Allesan, what is you want to be an angling ace. Well, you know what? Fishing is a lot of fun for you, even though it's raining. Once you are done with your homework, you could go fishing. Oh, this is a party over here. Got a couple that aren't doing... Oh, he's playing air guitar. Gotta love it. Our rooster is just strolling through the house, as your roosters do. Definitely looking pretty good. Allesan, how are you getting on here? I know you aren't having fun, but you know, it's okay. How are the rest of your needs? He really has to pee. Alright, well, you know what? Oh, and Balerion is feeling rebellious and is going to challenge parental authority. Well, you know, whatever, my dude. Our tense king over here, as soon as he finishes his homework and pees, he can go fishing in the rain. It'll be great fun. In the meantime, how is Balerion doing on this being friends with everybody thing? He is having an absolute blast. Is that his homework? It is his homework. You are supposed to be doing your homework, you silly boy. Not leaving your homework on the table. There we go. I tell you, The Sims, you have to tell them about 10 times to do something before they finally get around to doing it. But it definitely seems like he's having a good time. And you know, as soon as he is done with his homework, we're going to let him socialize a little bit with the group, just have a little bit of fun. Nerilka, how is your homework doing, my dear? It looks like you are 3/4 of the way done. Very nice. Definitely, the clubs are always a good idea. Balerion is being the little jokester here. And our gloomy Allesan, it looks like, is about to head off to do a little bit of fishing. Which is good, because his fun meter is in the red. Hopefully that will bring that up a little bit for him. Definitely looks like one heck of a party going on. They're like, alright, well, Nerilka is done and T-posing for some strange reason. Nerilka, do your extra credit. If you're going to leave your homework on the floor, come do your extra credit. And Balerion has decided he likes heavy metal music. Well, you go for it, my dude. Oh, and Nerilka is tense because there are too many people. Well, you know what? She can head off to her room and things will be good. And Balerion's homework is complete. So you know what? Why don't you give compliments? Maybe brighten people's day. You're being flirted with by everyone. It is absolutely fine. And then you can do a little bit of dancing. And Jemmy is parenting level 7 somehow. But that is awesome. Good job, guys. Alright. Well, he is getting tired, and I think his homework is done, so we are going to end this gathering. See if we found it. We haven't gotten any more actual friends yet, but that's alright. We will keep working at it, and we will join them in the morning. Alright, it is bright and early the next morning, and Balerion is up. Jemmy is doing all sorts of upgrades around the house, because that seemed like a very good thing to do. So, you know what? Why don't you just have a nice quick meal of some cereal for breakfast. There you go. That should fix your hunger. And then it is early enough, you know what, you can go ahead and take a bath before school. totally fix his hunger, but it did a pretty good job. How are our other two doing? Nerilka should be getting up any minute now, and so should Allesan, who had absolutely no fun last night fishing, probably because it was raining on him. He also desperately needs a bath, so you know what, my dude? You can take a bath. You are, in fact, you know what? Let's not just take a bath. Let's take a bubble bath. That'll help. And Jemmy just hit handiness level 10. We have school in about an hour, which means Nerilka needs to get up. And you know what? Why don't you maybe wind down with classical music and just kind of mellow out before school. You've been working hard. When you get home from school, you need to plant some crops. Allesan, how are you doing? You are still desperately in need of fun, but you know what? You also need to... Oh, actually, it is time for school. It is time for school. You need... No, no, no. Allesan should not skip school. Allesan should stop playing. No, Allesan needs to go to school. Oh, he is at school. I'm dumb. I thought Jemmy was Allesan. It's fine. I am the dumb one. Alright. But it looks like everybody is off having another day. Allesan's just going to have to take care of the chickens when he gets home. Nerilka will be taking care of the garden. And Balerion will be working on making more friends. That is the best course of action when you want to be friends of the world. And Nerilka notices that her chief academic rival left their notebook sitting on the sink. It's got notes, homework, and other important things. She would return it. She would not trash the notebook. The rival suspiciously takes it, but then blames Nerilka for stealing it. Now she has to explain she was trying to do a good deed. Ugh. No good deed goes unpunished. Jemmy is getting a phone call. Who is calling? Balerion was discovered playing games when he should have been paying attention. A warning should do. He'll be fine. Jemmy is doing all of his things, and we will see everybody when they get back home from school. Alright, the kids are home. Allesan is attempting to play with the chickens. It's not going very well. You, my love, need to plant some crops. Let's plant some aubergine and plant some mushrooms. Not purchase. I'm brain damaged. Let's plant them. Plant some mushrooms and let's plant some more lettuce. That will be very good. Jemmy has 30 minutes of free time. At lunch, he should go to the gym, get some exercise. Alright. Our kids are actually doing alright. They all need to have a little bit of fun, though. Well, you know what's fun? Homework is fun, obviously. Even Nerilka needs to have some fun. You know what else is fun? Let's have a dance party. Let's change it to maybe cottagecore, and we will go over here and just have a little dance off. Oh, Balerion is sad. He has shared sadness because somebody else is sad. Well, you know what will make you not feel sad? Dancing. Everybody dance now. There we go. That sounds like a wonderful thing to do. We will have a little dance party and then maybe even call over the homework club. Get them all going. Once everybody is feeling better, that should help out a lot. Homework Buddies Club is on the way. And we have hit dancing level 3. Balerion is a dance machine. Which is good because his needs are all going up. Where is Allesan? Allesan, you are supposed to be dancing, my friend. Come in here and dance to this music. You will have a wonderful time doing it. It'll be fantastic. He's like, I can't go anywhere. Ugh. You know, he is just such a tense boy. You know what? Why don't you maybe have a friendly introduction? Introduce yourself. Meet some people. Valerian is now doing fantastic, so you know what? You can stop dancing, use the restroom, and then we are going to do homework as a group. We're going to do homework together. Nerilka is feeling fun and flirty and like she's about to bust, so she is going to go over there. She is going to use the restroom. She is going to... You know what? Why don't you... make some dinner, make some fried fish out of the refrigerator. Hopefully Allesan is... No, he still feels absolutely terrible. How about you go dance, my dude? You are feeling tense, you are feeling all kinds of ways, so go do a little bit of dancing, get some exercise. I know the chickens were mean to you, but it's alright. Look at this. House full of kids. Valerian is in his element. Everything is fantastic. And yeah, we'll see them tomorrow. Hopefully I can get Allesan's mood up. Alright, bright and early the next morning, Valerian really needs to have some fun. So you know what? Why don't you wind down with a little bit of classical music? Sit and listen to some music this morning. You've done really good. Valerian is doing fantastic. He doesn't actually have to get to his goal by the end of his teenage years. This is the goal he's going to be working on throughout his life, so we don't have to rush him. So maybe we will have him work on a few more of his skills. You know, he wants to be a super friend. He wants to be absolutely fantastic, but to do that, you have to be in a good mood. So hopefully we can finish out this week, maybe work on his schooling a little bit, you know, just kind of enjoy life. Hopefully the classical music will have his fun going up a little bit. Allesan is up this morning. He is feeling fancy free and fine. He's going to have some fried fish for breakfast. Hopefully his fun level will go up at some point. Once the chickens are up, he can go ahead and work on those. Nerilka will be up any second now. Teenagers are just so hard to keep happy. Jimmy's over there playing in the bathtub again. But Allesan, as soon as you are done with your food, I need you to come and scatter some feed nearby, and it's lottery day, which I think everybody's just going to kind of ignore because that's kind of a silly holiday, especially for our Pernese friends. So we're just going to end that holiday early. That is not one we're going to worry about. Oh, lottery day was awful. Well, everybody's going to get over that, won't they? All right, he is scattering some feed, then he's going to clean the coop, collect his eggs, and I think we have just enough time. Nerilka, I know it's probably not fun, but why don't you spray for bugs, get those crops tended to before school, so you have a little more time after school. And Valerian, you know what? Why don't you finish eating that fried trout, since your sibling left it, and we don't condone wasting food. Very good. Allesan is finding fertilizer while he cleans the coop, which is fantastic. We will just pass that right on over to Nerilka, who could use it in the garden. Alright, and I think everybody has their homework done, which is fantastic. And you know, school starts in about an hour. I'm just going to kind of let these kids do whatever they want until school starts. And we'll see them when they get home. And our kids are home from school, and Allesan brought home a friend. That is fantastic. Let's pause for a second and check on all of our kids. Nerilka needs some fun, but she's feeling fine. She is going to go and play on the computer for a little bit. Maybe that'll bring her mood up. Allesan brought home a friend, which is always good, but he desperately needs some fun and hygiene, so he can go and take a bubble bath, I think. And Balerion is hungry, desperately needs a bath and some fun, so you know what? Why don't you go ahead and take a bubble bath as well, and everybody go. And they're off. Hopefully that will bring everybody's fun up a little bit. I don't see Allesan. Oh, there's Allesan's friend. Allesan's just gonna be like, get out, Yolanda. I am taking a bubble bath. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Alright, you know what? Today Jemmy is gonna read career advice blogs while he's at work. That seems like a grand plan. And you know what, Balerion, once you are out of the tub, we're going to have you maybe introduce yourself to Allesan's very angry friend who really wanted to, I think she really wanted to take a bath, and Allesan took over the bathtub from her. Kind of terrible. But, oh, he actually knows her fairly well, so you know what? Maybe they can monkey around a little bit. Just because your brother brings home a friend does not mean you're not allowed to have fun with them as well. But it is hump day. They need to definitely have a little bit of fun, get their week, you know, just get up and over that hill. Their skills are all going up. Nerilka's doing sit-ups. Well, you know, we do enjoy a fitness queen. And you know what? Those sit-ups are actually putting her in a fantastic mood. So, you know, that is pretty darn good. Why don't you go and sell all of these fruits and vegetables? You do like gardening. And Allesan, who is now quite playful, can come over here and just do a little bit of dancing, I think. Let's change the station to electronic. And then we'll do a little dancing. You know, when all else fails, you just dance a little bit. Always get your mood up. You know, Balerion is not having any fun in his bubble bath. And he's almost clean, which is always a good thing. Maybe he'll have a little bit more fun just monkeying around with his brother's friend, who is practicing her speech in the mirror. Nerilka is doing pretty good. This is actually not bringing her fun up, though, which is kind of sad. But as soon as she is done with that, let's go ahead and do her homework. She is our responsible girl. Allesan is feeling very playful, hopefully not so playful that he dies. That would be terrible. But he can go ahead and do his homework after he has his little dance off. Balerion is now in dire need of fun, and it's almost Jemmy's birthday. Oh my goodness, he's going to become an elder, catching up with his wife. Alright, is that fun? It looks like fun. Definitely looks like a lot of fun. Although I don't think it's... Okay, it is fun. But, unfortunately, Yolanda's angry. Well, you know, sometimes that happens. Try to calm her down a little bit. You know, maybe impishly pester her. He's like, I'm trying to cheer you up, and you are just over here being a downer. Stop being a Debbie Downer. Everything is fine. Ooh. Well, I don't think that worked. I think that was kind of terrible. Let's brighten her day a little bit, because now we're having an unpleasant conversation. She's like, oh, okay, maybe you're not as bad as I thought. Alright, well, you know what? Why don't you... Hey, charisma level 7. Why don't you go make yourself some grilled cheese? That seems like a good thing. Allesan, I think you have danced long enough. You can now do your homework. That seems like a good plan. He's like, but I was dancing. I was in the groove. I had things under control here. Oh, Bethany has been just playing the guitar like a champ over there. I think she should probably stop and use the bathroom before she has a very terrible accident while attempting to play the guitar. Alright. Well, you know what? Valerian is actually having fun while cooking, even if his friend just walked through it. That's always a little bit off. So you know what? Once he's done eating, I think you could maybe dance with Yolanda. Oh, he is hysterical. This is not good. This is not good. Let's not dance. Let's go calm ourselves down. Try to calm down. Although he's having a grand time, I do know that Sims can die of hysterical playfulness. That is not what we want for the heir of our generation. That is a very bad thing. Alright, Yolanda's leaving. And Nerilka is almost done with her homework. I think once she is done, very good, my dear. Why don't you come and get some leftovers? Maybe dance a little bit. And then take a bath with some soaks. A little muscle relaxing. She was over there working on her fitness. Alright. You calming down a little bit? Very good. Now you are extremely focused, which is fantastic. So, while you are focused, why don't you do your homework, Valerian? There we go. He's calm, he's focused, this is good. Allesan is now merely playful, and I think his mom is helping with homework. Very good. Alright. Now, Allesan, you probably should get yourself something to eat. And I think maybe come over here and socialize. Smother that brown hen with love, and then you can go ahead and go to bed. I think all of these kids are doing fantastic, and honestly, I think that is where we are going to leave it today, with everybody doing good. Nerilka's over here boogieing like a mad woman. Valerian almost, well, he's just started his homework, but you know, he'll get done with it. And once he's done, he can head to bed, and we will continue with these kids next time. So I will see you next Saturday. We will continue on growing up these kids. Probably go ahead and age Jemmy up. He's going to be an old man. That might end up being more in the graveyard here soon, but that's okay. That is the cycle of life. So until next week, have a great week, and I will see you later.